Hey, welcome back to Solo Quest Party 1. I am Vince, your host. Hopefully you're doing well out there. We're going to continue along with the last adventure where Frank takes on Gotham, or the Punisher takes on Gotham, I should say. So we were at the tea shop the last time, and we had gotten that mysterious note with a coin after investigating the place. So we're going to head back to the safe house in the morning, because it is morning time. And Frank's going to need to rest a little bit because he's going to figure out what he wants to do next. So he gets back to the warehouse, or his safe house, if you want to call it that. And he sees Microchip there plugging away at the computer. You know, he's got red eyes because he's been up for quite some time. And he's looking through the computer. He's like, "Did you get any leads on that?" On that phone call? Microchip's like, "Nothing yet. He's been working all night with that." So she's like, "Well, I got this mysterious note with a coin. Do you recognize it? And let's see if Microchip recognizes that." And I'm going to say it's probably very unlikely that he recognizes it because he's not from Gotham, and I think this is a localized Gotham thing. So we're going to go with very unlikely, and we're rolling that. I got to roll the 99. That's exceptional. No, he's like, "Nah, I have not a clue, Frank. I have no idea what this is." But let me see if I could get an idea of this by I'll check possibly the Gotham police database if they had any files or anything or any notes on this with the coin listed in it, because there could be something in there. So Microchip is going to try to hack into the Gotham PD database. So I'm going to roll because he's an expert hacker, so he should have no problem. Okay, so he got 1-6 out of his 3d6 for hacking. He's in the database and he's going to do some searching. He's like, "It's going to take a little while, but I'll do some searching and I'll get back to you on that." So we'll make a note of that. Microchip's going to be checking out. We'll check back with him later. He says, Cassandra's in the room. She is resting right now. But we should probably see if we can get any more information out of her later. Frank's like, "Well, I'm going to take a shower and maybe get a little bit of a rest, because tonight I think I'm going to go back to Club Ecstasy and see what I can find there. I know there was a control room, or like a security room, and there was a back door. Maybe we could figure out where they're going." Microchip just kind of grunts him off because he doesn't really care. But Frank goes over, takes a shower, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to push the time clock forward. It is now nighttime. Frank's going to be sitting in his van outside of Club Ecstasy towards the back alley where he could see the back door. It is slightly raining. We'll say it's, let's ask. Is it still raining? We'll do a likely, because it was raining during the day, so it's probably likely it's going to be raining at night. And we got a 62, which is yes. Okay, so it's still raining outside, slightly. Frank is sitting in his van, keeping a very close eye on the door as he is sitting there in the van. As Frank is sitting there looking around, checking the door, checking around, he looks up and he sees a dark figure standing on top of one of the buildings across the way. He kind of looks and wondering who this is. The person seems to be staring directly at him, and he can't see a face. He just knows it's a figure. He could see like a trench coat flapping in the wind, so to speak. And it looks like he's wearing possibly a fedora, maybe one of the short brim fedora hats. He's dressed all in black. Frank slowly reaches for his gun and just keeps an eye on him for a few minutes, and then he looks back at the door, and then he looks back up and he sees the figure is gone. He's confused. He's just looking around. Well, let's do a kind of like a spot type check to look around. Let's see here. Does he have anything for that? So no, it'd probably just be a 2d6 roll. And we don't spot. Oh, we got a 5. Yeah, okay. So Frank looks around, and in the last minute, as he's looking around, out of his rearview mirror, he sees an individual slowly sliding up the van. He he looks out the corner of his eye. He notices this guy sliding up the side of the van coming towards him. So Frank kind of waits and waits, and then as the guy gets closer, he does he have the window open? I want to know. He would probably have the window open. Yeah, we'll go with the windows open. Frank's going to take the gun and try to clock the guy in the head with a hand-to-hand attack. So he's a master at no, he's proficient with hand-to-hand, excuse me. So let's roll a 2d6 here. I got one hit on the guy. So he smacks the guy in the face, opens the door and jumps out. He sees the person standing there. He is dressed in full black. He has two knives in each hand, maybe like size. We'll say they're size in each hand. And he knocked his fedora on the ground. The guy picks up the fedora and looks at Frank. And we're going to go see who goes first. Frank goes first. He got a 5. The other guy got a 4. And we're going to say Frank's going to attack him. He's going to try to punch him. Hand-to-hand punch. Okay, he misses completely on his hand-to-hand. And then he goes and he could still move. So he runs around the other side of the van to get a better advantage. This guy comes around to attack. He uses one of his size. Ooh, he lands a hit on Frank. That is not good. So that's a point of damage for him. Frank is going to counterattack and try to shoot him with the gun because he still has it in his hand. And he gets 3d6 on that hit. Oh my god, he did not one hit. Boom! Shoots a shot off and misses him completely. The guy attacks him again with the sai, completely missing him. Frank's going to take the gun and since he missed the first time, yeah, he's going to try another shot now because he is very proficient with hand-to-hand combat with guns. So I'm going to use that advantage of pistols with 3d6. Boom! Hits him directly, and we'll just say, does it hit him? Since I only got a 5 out of the 3d6, we're going to ask the GM where he gets hit. We're going to go with a 50-50. Does he hit him in a major area? And he rolled a 26. Yes, he does. So he hits him directly, we'll say, into the chest, shoulder area up there. The guy is bleeding. He's holding his shoulder. And what is he going to do? He's going to throw something on the ground which creates a mist and a bright light. And then Frank fires a couple shots blindly. So we're going to at least need 2 6s with this blindness, I'm going to say. No, he only got 1 6. So he fires blindly into there. Here's a bullet ricochet off. And when the smoke mist clears, there is a piece of paper on the ground, or I should say an envelope on the ground. Frank looks around suspiciously, does not see the guy anywhere whatsoever, and he looks it up. He picks it up, and it's a folded scrap card stock of paper. It's the same coin that he found earlier, and the note says, "Yuri is noise, you are fire. Leave Gotham while you still choose your exits." While you can still choose your exits. No signature, just the coin. Loud noise like this, even in light rainfall, is going to attract attention. So let's see if anybody from the club comes running out the back. I'm going to say likely because it's a loud gunfire noise. Let's see here. 43. That is... Yes. Out the back comes 2 brat-fight thugs armed with weapons, and Frank's like, shit. So they see him and they immediately start running towards him to attack. Well, let's see who goes first. Frank got a 3. They got a 4, so they get to fire first on Frank. Let's see what they get. They do get him hit once. The other guy misses. Frank gets hit for another point of damage, obviously. He's going to quickly run to the van with now 2 wounds on him. He's going to be kind of... he's going to be at a disadvantage because of the wounds on him, I think, at least. I have to look at the rules for that. But he's going to get in the van, he's going to start it up, and he's going to take off. He's going to drive directly at them and see if he can actually hit them. if it's possible, and get out of there at the same time. So he drives the truck. He's got to do a drive roll, which he is pretty proficient in driving. No. He does not actually get any hits on that. He drives away straight around the corner and gets away, but he's going to have to ditch this van, obviously, or get something new, because now he's been picked off by the Rotfa of this van. Possibly, we'll have to see if they even got the license plate, so that's not good there as well. So we will continue this in just a moment. We'll continue the scene. So as he's rounding the corner with the van and getting away, we have to see a couple things here, because we did have a firefight in the middle of the alleyway there. Does this attract any attention as far as police? I know it's approximately around midnight or so, I've decided. So there could be a patrol car in the area, and this, who knows? We're going to say unknown 50-50. See what we get. We got a 95, which is an exceptional... Oh, wait, I read that wrong. That is a 59, so still no. Okay, great. So he spins the corner, spins his wheels, goes around the corner, he's driving away, he's bleeding in his shoulder, he's bleeding in his leg after getting sliced up. He has this note about how, take your exits while you can. What is he going to do? He needs to get away from this area really quickly. So he's going to speed off and try to get back to the warehouse as fast as possible. So we'll do a couple drive rolls just to make sure he remains conscious on this drive roll. I'm going to roll 2d6 for driving. I got a 6, so he's able to maintain for the first half, and now the second half. Okay, I didn't get anything, so let's see. Does he actually... Let's see what happens. So the second leg, who's heading back to the warehouse. Is there any traffic or stop in the road or any barrier or anything? We're going to do 50-50. And we got doubles 44, which means, yes, there is a barrier in the road. So let's give us a discover action description meaning type weird thing going on here. And we got a 78, which is an object. So there's an object in the road. And then we got an 83, which is ruined. So we got a ruined object in the road. I'm sorry, that's 85. 85, is that right? 85. Oh, 85 is ruined. Okay. So I was reading it wrong twice. There is a ruined object in the road. So we're going to say there is a car in the middle of the road blocking Frank's path. Is there anybody around this car? Let's ask the GM. So if this is a ruined car in the middle of the road, they're likely probably someone setting up some type of thing. So 50-50, we got a 56. No, there is nothing around the car or anything. So Frank is there a way to drive around the car? We'll do 50-50 again. And we got a 95, exceptional no. There is no way around this. This street is completely blocked off because of this car and cars parked on it. So Frank's going to stop, hit the reverse, go backwards for a bit. Is there another street that he could turn down? Very likely, yeah. 78. Very likely. No, there's no road for him to turn down. So he's just going to go back, do a U-turn, and go back the way he came. Going past the club again. Is that going to attract any attention when he goes past the club? Are these people looking for him? I'm going to say very likely they're looking for him, and I rolled a 17, which is a yes. As he goes flying by, he can see the two thugs outside that took a shot at him before. They scream, "That's the van! Go get him!" Oh, man. So Frank's going to gun it down the corner and try to go away. They hop in their car to try to chase after him and speed away. There's not much traffic on the road because this is, after midnight. And so Frank's speeding away. So we're going to have to do a couple driving rolls here to see if he can avoid them. So he's going to... Okay. He got 1-6. So he said 1 success. There to keep up with him, they need at least 1 success. They do. They got one success, so they're able to turn the corner. When Frank turns the corner, he's like, oh, crap. So this is the Punisher. The Punisher generally has, if I remember from the comics, like little oddities in his van that he can use. Like he could push a button and like there'd be like a machine gun that'll pop out that'll automatically attack something behind or side. We'll do a thing. Is it likely that he would have this in the van? I'll do a 50-50 to be fair. I mean, it is the Punisher van, so I would think it would, but I want to be fair about this. I didn't really stat out the... Yes, I got a 28, which, yes. So, see, quickly remembers that he has a machine gun system in here. They're following close behind him. He hits that button. Let's see if the van actually hits them. No, the first shot ricochets off to the side, not hitting them. They're still following Frank. Let's do another drive roll. Frank does not get anything this time, so maybe he slows down because there's some type of thing in the road, or he spins, his tires are on a corner. Do they catch up? Oh, they get even closer now, but the guns on the truck are still active, so they're going to try to shoot him. Yeah, we got a 5, so they actually hit the truck. Does that shot hit the tires? Or, no, let's see, does that shot... We'll do two things. Does that shot hit the radiator? Okay, radiator first, 50-50. 16, that is a yes. So it hits the radiator. It's not enough to knock them off, knock them out, but it does do distraction, so they're going to need to do a drive roll to maintain. So let's see. Nope, they do not get a 5 or a 6. So their maintaining does not work. They spin off to the side. We'll see if the guns will hit them one more time. Yes, one more shot. Does that hit maybe a tire? We'll say a tire, 50-50. 94, exceptional, no. So, no. It just hits the side of the van, their whatever car, truck, and they spin off to the side. Frank drives down the road, spins a couple corners. Let's make sure that he can maintain. Yes, I got a 5. Perfect. He maintains, and he moves forward. He's able to escape them. They are not able to catch up because their radiator breaks down. The car overheats. They do make a call. You can see them. Frank looks in his rearview mirror and sees them on a phone. So he's going to have to either ditch this van or possibly buy another one or recolor it, get another license plate. Something you have to worry about later on as he does a couple of... I'm going to do a couple of drives around a little bit to make sure nobody follows him. And since he's very good at this, I'm going to put the odds of nearly impossible that he's able to do this, that someone will follow him. And I got... Is anyone... Nope. 84 gives him exceptional no. So nobody followed him. He pulls into the warehouse, closes the garage door behind him. We'll say it's automatic. He limps inside. Microchip looks at him and says, "Oh my God, Frank, what happened?" And then we'll just say he collapses down onto the ground and Microchip takes care of him. And that's going to end the scene right there. And end this play for right now as Microchip is taking care of Frank and bandaging his wounds up. We got to figure out a couple things here when going forward. Who is these mystery men that are dressed in black and they keep warning Frank? And what are we going to do about the van? I mean, we're going to have to get a different license plate, obviously. We're going to have to repaint and revamp the van a little bit. So, I don't know. Maybe we might have to switch to his motorcycle for now until this is all repaired up and everything. But for right now, Frank needs to heal up and rest. And then we're going to figure out what we're going to do with Cassandra as well. Hope you've enjoyed this. We'll speak to you next time. So, good night. God bless. And see you next time on Soul Quests.